So the hard knocks were hard knocks. You see, after leaving school, I started working in a country shop away from the city. And this is a Muslim shop, and across the valley from where the shop was, there was an American-born mission, And they were training missionaries. Yeah, in South Africa, in Natal, outside Durban, training missionaries. And these missionaries, whatever they learned, they came to experiment on us in the shop. He said, you know, Muhammad has so many wives. I said, I know nothing about that. No exaggeration, I knew nothing about that. He said, you know, Islam was spread at the point of the sword. When Muhammad forced his religion down people's throats. He said, if you don't accept Islam, chop off your head. I knew nothing about that. He said, you know, the Quran was copied. Muhammad copied the Quran from the Jews and the Christians. I knew nothing about that. This is the only thing I knew about Islam was that I did the kalima. I'm a Muslim. And if I met any of you then, and you say you're a Muslim, he said, yes, I said, read the kalima, the shahada. Did it? She said, I ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. I said, you pass. That's my test. It's like a magic formula. If you can say that you're a Muslim, if you can't say that you're not a Muslim. That's the only thing I knew. I knew how to make salat. The way my father made wudu, I did it. The way he made salat, I did it. The way he fasted, I fasted. That's what Islam I knew. I knew nothing more. And these guys are telling me, using the Prophet, using Islam. All the other staff, they're all school boys, all cheap labor, just left school, everybody, me and all the others, and we are utterly helpless before this Christian mission. So either leave the job and run away, or you fight back. But you can't fight back if you have no knowledge. You need weapons. No weapons, no knowledge. And jobs are hard to get. You can't go and start looking for another job, you can't. Very difficult it was those days. So Allah is Musabbib al-Asbab. He is the creator of opportunity. If He wants to help you, He opens up doors as His promises. So وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. So whosoever strives in our way, we open up doorways for them. Pathways for them. Open up. So I had that hunger for anything, really. I had that. Bulk of the Muslims, we haven't got it. We are an Iqra community. The very first word of the revelation Allah gave our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was Iqra, read. We are all a live Iqra community, people who don't read. We don't read. But somehow I had this, and I couldn't afford to buy books. So I was reading newspapers, old newspapers. When I read it is new to me. Whatever I read is new to me. The 6 months old, year old, if I read it is new to me. Everything is new. I read. So one Sunday, we don't work on Sundays. So I go to the boss's warehouse, and then I see a pile of old newspapers, and in the newspaper I'm rummaging for some better material to read the newspaper. Like a magazine. We have magazines like the Outspan, Farmers Weekly, Personality. So anything like that is preferable to the old newspaper. I'm rummaging through. And while I'm rummaging through newspapers, I come across a worm-eaten book. Reddish in color, full of mildew. I pick it up and I start to sneeze. I'm not sneezing now. I started to sneeze and I look at the book. It says Izharul Haq. I-Z-H-A-R-U-L-H-A-Q. Izharul Haq. It's written in Latin, it's in English. Izharul Haq. Izharul Haq. Sounds like a Muslim. What is this? I don't know, but it sounds like Muslim. In the book, it's written in I-Z-H-A-R-U-L, but it sounds like Muslim. So I see at the bottom in small letters it says, the truth revealed. So I said, maybe it's how it means, the truth revealed. So let's have a look. From the book, so I read it. It was about the British conquest of India. When the British people conquered my country, they felt that at any time, anybody will give them trouble, it will be the Muslims. Because power, rule, dominion was wrenched out of the hand, and once you have tasted power, you aspire to get it back once more. This is human nature. You tasted power, you want power once more again. And the Muslims were a militant people. From the Hindu quarters, they had no fear, because they were as docile as the cows that they were worshipping. Allah ke garib died. Not now, they changed. But they were as docile as the cows that they were worshipping. So they felt that if they can convert the Muslims, They can rule India for 1,000 years. Just change the people. Teach them to turn the other cheek. What Jesus said, that you strike in the right cheek, give the other. Teach this fellow to do that. And you can rule India for 1,000 years. So they started pouring in the missionaries like frogs in the rainy season into India. And they started challenging the Muslims to public debates. At first the Muslims were reluctant for two reasons. Number one, the British have conquered us. If you see something and fight that too strongly, they might send us to Kalapani, Andaman Islands. You know, like in South Africa, they send to Robert Islands. So they must send you away somewhere to Kalapani, in the Bay of Bengal, this Kalapani. Andaman Islands, they fought in all kinds of dangerous characters there. So now they might send us away there, this thing is to out of the way. Number two, he says, the guy challenging us in English and we can't speak English. Good excuse. Our allies said, we can't speak his language. How can we debate with them? So they mastered our language. The missionaries. And this is the genius of the Western. Wherever he goes, he learns the language of the native. Wherever he goes to Indonesia, he learns Indonesian. He comes to Zululand, he learns Zulu. He goes to Basutoland, he learns Basutu. He goes to Swaziland, he learns Swazi. Wherever he goes, he masters your language. He goes to the Arab countries, he learns your masters your language. So he masters our language. And he challenged Muslims in Delhi to public debate. Now, what excuse? So Maulana Abdullah says of Delhi, he accepted the challenge. The young men stampeded him. He said, come on now, he was talking our language. How can you say no? So he accepted. And according to the appointed time and date, the debate starts. And I'm told in the book that 100,000 people gathered in India get up. And there was no mic system. I don't know how voice traveled those days. But you get to chat as pleasure. You know, you see your view that, this is a little tiny thing, you know. What did happen? Somebody passes and says, hey, he gave a good blow. You Mara, Masha. Maybe he creates his own story, you see, but what's going on there. His community on what's going on there. So, according to the appointed time and date, the debate starts. And Reverend Founder was the guy from Britain, from your country. He speaks in Urdu. Ke Maulana Sahib, get the debate started. Shuru kijiye, get started. So the Maulana says, look, you are our elder brother. Christianity precedes Islam by 600 years. As such, you are our elder brother. And according to our culture, you have the first preference. Number two, he says you are our guest. No doubt an unwelcome guest, but a guest at that. And according to our culture, Hamara Nidwan, first reference goes to our guest. So as such, you get the thing all started. Start the talking. So the Reverend begins in Urdu. He says, Maulana Sahib, where is your Prophet Muhammad? Nah, this minute, where is he? So the Maulana thinks for a moment and he says, he's in Jannatul Firdaus, in heavenly bliss with Allah Barikat. Out of that answers him the second question. He said, all right. Tell us now, where was he when his grandson Hussein was martyred at Karbala? Where was he then? So the Maulana again thought for a moment, and he said he was still in Jannatul Firdaus with heavenly bliss with Allah Barikat. Out of that answer came the third question. He said, all right, if he was with his Allah, as you say, when his grandson Hussein was martyred at Karbala, didn't he ask his Allah for help? Say, Allah, look at my grandson, they're butchering him, please help him out. Didn't he ask his Allah for help? And there was a long pause. So the Reverend started beating his feet. Come on. Didn't he ask his Allah for help? Because if you have a big brother, somebody is bullying me, and I have a big brothers here. I said, look at this guy, he's taking unfair advantage of my feet. You know, come to the rescue. Why should I? So, Allah Bari Ta'ala